Production support for the weekly special is provided by WTIU members. Thank you.
We are having fun in the sun tonight. Coming up, meet members of an area parkour club and learn about the flips, jumps, and leaps of free running. We'll introduce you to Chalk It Up, a series of sidewalk art competitions that are designed to bring residents of our area's smaller communities together. And it's safety first when it comes to fun on the water as we go on patrol with the DNR Conservation Officer. Plus a look at what's at the movies this week, and Tilford Sellers is here to perform right now on the weekly special.
Hi and welcome to the weekly special. I'm Joe Wren.
And I'm Pam Thrash.
We've got a jam-packed show for you tonight, so let's get right to it. First up tonight, Indiana University's Bloomington campus is usually filled with students walking from class to class, but one group has taken the act of getting from place to place to the extreme. Contributing producer Noel Brennan caught up with the daredevil members of the IU Parkour Club to find out more about the sport that makes everyday objects into obstacles.
Wall runs, aerial flips, gap jumps, and balancing acts. Urban gymnastics may be the best description of what these athletes call parkour.
In many ways, it's been around kind of for as long as people have been around, because people have always kind of been going over obstacles in some way.
Dylan Cashbaugh is one of the founding members of IU's Parkour and Free Running Group, a student organization that got its start in 2008. The group attracted most of its members online through Facebook, and the web is how Cashbaugh and fellow parkourist Niles Burke first discovered the sport.
The way that parkour has been shared and traveled is kind of like a new age Web 2.0 idea of just like sharing your videos and your ideas and like any stories you have online, either through social networking or just YouTube, anything like that.
As parkour grew on the internet, Cashbaugh says references to the sport popped up in movies and TV shows.
To this day, one of the most well-known aspects of parkour is when they had the Office episode where they did parkour in that episode. Parkour! They actually kind of explain what parkour is, and that was actually huge for spreading just the knowledge of what parkour was.
There really aren't rules to parkour, but it's all about getting from point A to point B as quickly and efficiently as possible. And that can be a workout.
It's lifting weight because it's lifting your own body weights. It's jumping as high as you can, jumping as far as you can. So you get all the exercises that you would get in a normal workout while just training parkour.
So it'll keep you in shape, but what about the risks involved in practicing parkour? Well, IU Campus Recreational Sports denied the parkour group status as an official club sport for that very reason. Still, IU Parkour says they practice safe and try to keep things small.
Well, the club on campus has basically decided that there is no need to ever be on a roof or on a building top or anything like that. We have enough ledges and platforms and walkways and catwalks.
And IU serves as the perfect urban playground. The Wells Library is home to IU Parkour every Saturday afternoon.
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, just running around things, like jumping on them, flipping off them, all kinds of stuff like that. It's a really fun thing. It gets you outside and in the sun on beautiful days, and it's cool. The ladies love it.
I don't know, Joe. I think walking is my preferred way of getting around.
What, no backflips or, you know, in the parking lot after the show here?
No, I do not think so. But if anybody else wants to try our parkour or to see more free runners in action, find the weekly special on Facebook and we'll have videos posted and links to area groups.
Well, Pam, for this next story, instead of people leaping over the sidewalk, we have some artistic folks who are spending hours focusing just on a single square.
That's right, Joe. The newly formed tourism group, Hill Country, Indiana, is hosting Chalk It Up, a series of events designed to invoke civic pride in some of our smaller Hoosier towns by covering courthouse squares with chalk art. On a bright afternoon in Spencer, family and friends gather for a day of fun on the square. They're all here for Chalk It Up, Owen County's first annual sidewalk art contest.
Chalk It Up started through a effort of several counties talking about some common thread that we might get, and we put together a plan, and we've been able to come up with prizes in 2 areas: most original, first, second, and third; most lifelike, first, second, and third. And I think we'll have plenty of participants, and it's just going very well.
The event is intended to bring the community together for food, fun, and art.
So far, we've had 60 kids show up to do the chalk drawing. The only qualifications were to come. We have the youngest that is up there is 3 years old. It was supposed to be 4 and up, but we fudged because she was so cute. The entry fee was $5 plus 1 canned good, and they got the Chalk It Up t-shirt, and if they needed it, we provided chalk. And the big point of all of this is the money goes to scholarships. So any proceeds that we have from it will go to provide scholarships for Owen County kids.
Oh, that's a cow, right? No, it's not. That's a cat. No, it's not.
Well, when this was first advertised back in May, I immediately knew that my 9-year-old would be interested. He's the artist in the family, and just something we weren't going to pass up.
But what really makes Chalk It Up so special is the way it brings the small town together.
I really wanted to do Chalk It Up because this year I won the Art Guild scholarship, so I wanted to give back to my community and help them. And I've always really liked the idea of chalk art. I don't know, I drew a mermaid and koi fish to follow like an oriental kind of theme. And I thought it would be interesting to have it so that it looked like if you were looking at it, you'd be looking more like at a scene, kind of more than just like a painting on a sidewalk. It's a lot of fun, and like I've heard and I believe that if you get better in one medium of art, you'll improve in all the others. But yeah, it's really it's like a nice way to like meet people through the community.
The event is timed, so as the morning rolls into afternoon, artists from every age group must work quickly to show off their talents.
One of our goals is to save a small town in Indiana. That's really our focus. If you look around this town square, it used to be full of businesses, hardware stores, your local drugstore. We have a movie theater right over there we're trying to recondition and put back together. It was a thriving community as little as 40 years ago. I had a really good time today, and the looks on the kids' faces, I think they did too, and that's what it's all about too, is creating memories for kids.
Oh, it's fun. You get out, you talk to a lot of people. You know, I've talked to a lot of people today that I haven't seen for a long time, so it's great to get outside, spend time with your kids.
At the end of the event, winners are declared.
Good job. Thank you. Congratulations.
But for organizers, seeing the town come together is the real mark of success. And unlike the temporary artwork that covers the sidewalks around the square, their hope is that the sense of community pride they've inspired will last long after the next rain.
Wow, that looks like so much fun.
It really does. And Joe, there's more to come. The Spencer Chalk It Up event is only the first in a series planned for our area. Future sidewalk art competitions are planned for Bedford, Martinsville, Greencastle, and Shoals.
Excellent. We'll have to keep an eye out for those. And as we continue looking at opportunities for summer fun, it's important to remember safety first and follow the rules. A lesson we all learned too well while tagging along with the DNR conservation officer during a patrol of Monroe Lake.
That's one of the unique things about our job is it changes from season to season. You know, like I said, right now our primary focus is obviously on boating and fishing, summertime type activities, and then here on our properties in the campground, we just do a lot of regular police work, so to speak. We don't really necessarily get in a routine. There's a lot of different areas to go check. And when I mark on duty in the morning, I'm free to go do whatever I want. You know, for instance, yesterday I brought my John boat over here and worked the lake, or you know, I could take an ATV and go down and patrol some of the Hoosier National Forest areas in Brown County, or just go patrol around with a vehicle and hit some of the fishing holes looking for people that are fishing, or just, we have a lot of variety. Unlike some police departments that are sitting around and wait on a call, we go out and, you know, we're looking for people that are violating the law. We are at the law enforcement dock on the Monroe Reservoir in the Paintown area. One of our main focuses right now is boating and fishing enforcement during the summertime, and the primary focus being on the boating right now. How you guys doing? Where's our boat owner at?
Oh my, they're right there.
They're right there. Can you have one of them come up for me? How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. Hey, you got a lake permit? I see you don't have one on your boat. I'm gonna guess by looking on your face that's a no.
See,
And then when it comes to fish and wildlife resource, majority they're doing it legal, and those people that are exploiting it, need to be held accountable. And like I said, this is a citation, but as long as you get the lake permit taken care of, the only thing it'll cost you is getting the lake permit, which obviously you got to get anyway. This is Allen's Creek Cove. This is what's known on Lake Monroe as the Party Cove. For the most part, especially like today, looks like there's not a whole lot of boats in here, and the ones that are appear to be pretty calm. But like I said, on the weekends, it's kind of a party atmosphere in here. We want people to come out and have a good time. We're not here to discourage you from having a good time. And for a lot of people, that does include consuming alcohol. The only thing we ask is that you do that in moderation. Good day for a swim, huh?
Great day.
I'm gonna pull up alongside of you. Does anyone have ID with them?
I left mine in my car wherever we
Who all's been drinking?
car, sir. Huh?
Who all's been drinking?
I've been drinking.
Go ahead and climb in the boat, everybody.
605.
Negative 620. I have 5 1027s. Take a deep breath and blow until it clicks. The same legal limit in a boat is the same as it is in a vehicle. It's .08. So you need to have a sober operator, but also you are in a public place, and if you drink to the point of intoxication where you draw attention to yourself, it is something we're going to deal with. Luckily, you just started drinking them out. I'm not going to arrest you just because there's alcohol on the boat. I mean, they're 21, so obviously they're allowed to have the alcohol. You're not, so don't be drinking anymore. But I will tell you this, it's a crime for you to lie to me. If you had continued to lie to me about your age, I mean, there's a good chance you go to jail for false informing, okay? Yeah, minor consumption is also another big problem out here. I mean, like I said, we don't want to discourage you to have a good time, but everyone's here to have a good time, and lucky for them, they apparently both just had a couple of sips out of a mixed drink prior to us getting there, so hopefully that'll at least get their attention for a while and they won't be drinking out here. But yeah, that is another common problem out here. Alcohol is basically all the problems we have out here. It comes right back down to alcohol. That's why we are so strict on it. That does make you feel good when people appreciate what you do and respect the job that we're out there doing, and for everyone to enjoy their weekend on the property.
Familiarize yourself with Indiana's laws for Hoosier waterways, as well as get information about recreational opportunities in all of Indiana's parks and properties by visiting the Indiana DNR website at in.gov/DNR. And now, Tilford Sellers.
I need a little bit of loving, a little less hating, maybe something in between. 'Cause honey, I've been thinking of packing up and leaving, 'cause you're just downright mean. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? Oh well, I bought you diamonds and I bought you gold, I gave you everything I own. My pockets are empty, down a mile spinny, you treat me downright low. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? Oh well, I've been working hard, probably 70 hours a week. You're still not home, you've been gone all night, and it's almost 2:45 now, baby. I need a little loving, little less hating, maybe something in between. 'Cause honey, I've been thinking of packing up and leaving, 'cause you're just downright mean. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? All right, that's you. Well, I've been working hard, probably 70 hours a week. You're still not home, you've been gone all night, and it's almost 2:45 now, baby, I need a little loving, a little less hating, or maybe something in between. 'Cause honey, I've been thinking of backing up and leaving, 'cause you're just downright mean. Why can't you see, oh, what you doing to me? Oh, why can't you see what you're doing to me?
Tilford Sellers, original song, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And what's the name of that one?
What You're Doing to Me.
Makes sense. What album is that off
That's
of?
off of the album What You're Doing to Me.
Too simple.
Yep.
So what influenced you or what attracted you to this style of music?
I don't know. I kind of grew up with it a little bit. My grandparents played it a lot as a kid. My
Right.
mom was always playing Patsy Cline around the house.
And do you play a lot locally around the Midwest area?
Yeah, we play Bloomington, Louisville, Indianapolis, Lafayette.
And is this your first album or have
Right,
you had
yeah.
It is
This
your
is-
first album. Okay, so is it all original music?
Yes, it is.
Okay, how can people find out more information about that or where you're playing?
You can go to tilfordsellers.com. We're on Facebook, Reverb Nation.
Okay, you want to introduce your bandmates here?
Yeah, this is Mr. Peter Bolton on the pedal steel guitar.
Love that.
And Mr. Justin Meyer on the upright bass.
Okay, excellent. Now, do you have any gigs that are coming up in the near future?
Yeah, we're playing at Bear's Place here in Bloomington August 5th, so that would be
5th.
tomorrow.
Okay,
Friday.
excellent. And again, the name of your album?
What You're Doing to Me.
What's the next song you're going to do for us a little later?
It's called Wrong Gone and I'm Alone.
Wrong Gone and I'm Alone.
Yep.
Love that. Tilford Sellers, we'll be back with you in just a little bit, but now we go over to Joe.
Thanks, Pam. The weekly special is happy to bring back our movie review segment, See It or Skip It. And we also need to welcome John Vickers, who's going to render his verdict on a couple films tonight. Yes. What have you seen, John?
Well, this week I saw Cowboys and Aliens, and I saw the independent film The Future.
Okay, great. But first, we have a trailer of Cowboys and Aliens. Let's take
Excellent.
a look.
Sounds good.
I need to know where you came from.
So do I.
We need you.
We need every gun we can get. And they're gonna wipe us out.
Come on! We get our people! We have one advantage. They underestimate you.
So we step in. Looks like he's doing fine.
So obviously an action-packed movie. We have two of the most popular genres with Cowboys and Aliens.
Right.
Do they match up or do they collide?
Well, it looks pretty exciting, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, this, I think Jon Favreau, the director that did the Iron Man films, was really trying to mix the two genres, the science fiction film as well as the Western. And he has an all-star cast here with Daniel Craig, Keith Carradine, Sam Rockwell, Paul Dano, and of course Harrison Ford. And I think he falls a little flat. I mean, there are parts of the film that are fantastic, and it's a great popcorn film, but I think he misses some of the main traits of the Western, the code of ethics and other things. The tale is essentially, as you saw in the trailer, a man with no name who is trying to undiscover the mysteries of his life while the area is being attacked by aliens and people are being abducted. And he then learns that he has a connection, and he goes through the process of trying to save the town. But again, I think some of the Western traits that built the genre are missing in this film. So I don't know. I enjoyed it, but if I had to make a decision, I would say to skip it.
Skip it.
I would. I think it's a great film to watch at home. but I don't know if I would see it in the multiplex
Just
again.
to get out of the heat, let's go do something, huh?
Well, fantastic, and I think, you know, certain age groups might enjoy it, but for me, it wasn't what I was looking for.
Okay, and film number 2, you saw The Future.
I did.
And it's an independent film.
Yes.
We have a trailer. Let's
oh,
take a look.
fantastic.
They said, "We'll come back for you, Papa. Papa." That's what they called me. And they called each other Sophie and Jason.
We'll be 40 in 5 years.
40 is basically 50, and then...
That's it for us.
God, I always thought I'd be smarter.
If we were dying in a month, we would definitely reprioritize.
Right.
You're pregnant.
We both are, which is also amazing.
We're here to enroll our daughter, Jaylene, in pre-ballet.
It can be very hard in the beginning.
We didn't have those kind of problems in the beginning.
Well, the thing is, you're just in the middle of the beginning right now.
Interesting.
It is interesting. This film is by a director, Miranda July, who's also a performance artist and a writer, and this is her second feature. And what she does is she captures the everyday lives of folks that don't necessarily fit into the mainstream of society. So some very quirky characters, but the tale is essentially about this couple that want to adopt a cat, but it's all a metaphor for really having a child. And so the insecurities that, or anxieties that most people go through when they, prepare to have their first child, they're going through with the adoption of this cat. And it goes to extremes where they're so completely obsessed with preparing for this event that it pretty much takes over their lives. And I mean, the beauty about Miranda July, who, if you've seen the film Me, You, and Everyone We Know, is she again captures the insecurities that we all have, but to an extreme. So the characters on screen, really have they're very sensitive, but they really have trouble dealing with what some people would think are everyday occurrences.
And now this is an independent film, so where would you go to see this film?
Well, this will have a limited release, so it very well could appear here in Bloomington at the AMC theaters, and it very well could appear at the IU Cinema as well. But it won't have a major release, but you will find it across the country.
Okay, and what's your verdict for this one?
My verdict, as you can probably already tell, is to see it. I very much think you should see this if you have a chance.
Okay, great. And you're also the director of, as you mentioned, the IU Cinema. Getting ready for the new season.
We are, yes. We have a packed fall season with, I think, 120 film titles, and we have some really great things of new art house releases, as well as a lot of repertory film, visiting directors, and many other things. So we're very excited about that.
Thanks, John. And fall show schedule and program information for the IU Cinema is available online at cinema.indiana.edu, as well as on Facebook. And we'd like to remind you about our website as well, theweeklyspecial.org, where you can get a look at what's coming up next time, as well as watch video from past episodes. And you can link to our Facebook page, where you'll find behind-the-scenes photos, news, and show links. So Pam, what do you think? Can you go see?
If you pay Joe, I'll go see it. But after he said skip it, I don't know.
I don't know. How about go see the Smurfs instead with your son?
Definitely do that.
Thanks again so much for being here. Thanks. And thanks for you for being here too. That's it for tonight's show. We leave you now with more from Tilford Sellers. Good night.
Bye.
Well, I cry and cry most every night, walking the floor till the morning light, 'cause it's wrong, well, you're gone and I'm alone. Well, time ain't healing this broken heart since you left me, but my whole life is falling apart. You don't ever call. Now, baby, I cry and cry most every night, walking the floor till the morning light, 'cause it's wrong, you're gone and I'm alone. gone and I'm alone. I'm out there now on my own, like a worn out ship lost at sea. Oh, I've been living in misery, 'cause it's wrong. Well, you're gone, I'm alone. Well, time ain't healing this broken heart since you left me, but my whole life is falling apart. You don't ever call now, baby. I cry and cry most every night, walking the floor till the morning light, 'cause it's wrong. Well, you're gone and I'm alone. Yes, it's wrong, but you're gone and I'm alone.
Production support for the weekly special is provided by WTIU members. Thank you.